Bring it in, everybody. It's Bro Fresco here, and today we're looking at a new champion teaser. So Riot have just released an official champion teaser video. Go ahead and check it out, it's 2 minutes long. And in this video, we're going to be analyzing it in depth, looking at some still screenshots, some slow motion footage from the teaser, and finding out exactly what we can about this new champion. So the reason we know it is indeed a new champion is it was released under the champion preview section of the League of Legends webpage. Now the other champions previewed here were Nah, Braum, Yasuo. It's 100% legitimate. The only things that get featured here are new champions. So we know for sure this is not a VU or anything else. It's for that new champion. Now this was also written in the description box of the YouTube video and is all the information we have in written words. It's called The Terror Beneath and Traders Whisper Stories of a Beast Below Shurima's Sands. They say she stalks the caravans that dare cross her dominion. Domain. They say she hunts those that run and kills those that fight. But what if the stories aren't simple stories? What if they are true? Notice that they said she twice. That's not a mistake. There's emphasis on the she. We'll talk about that a bit later, but now let's get into some slow-mo replays of the teaser. So at the start, we can see her tunneling, kind of like a shark in the water underneath the sand with her fin sticking out. Then here when she jumps out, we get a really good picture of her upper body and her mouth, which honestly looks like a starfish. And here is where the tail comes in. Check that out. We're going to go into some still pictures later, but this is very important because this is what I think is teleportation. As you can see, they open kind of like a link to the void there, and then instantly appears in front of this dude. She did not have time to tunnel all the way to this dude. I believe that is a void portal or some sort of teleportation device to get there instantly. And here coming out of the ground, it looks like that'll be an awesome spell, a teleportation. And here's the last footage where we can see the mouth in full effect. It looks like two little void eyes above. You know, that purple energy always for me is directly linked to the void, and a fucking huge slash right down on your face. But here's the still footage. So here we can see the sort of upper body. She does have 4 claws, but a torso, like a human, you know. 2 arms, a torso, and then a head. Unfortunately, her head is completely demorphed. But here's where she's coming out of the ground, and the kind of fin or whatever with the energy. This is where like the void energy is stored. As we can see here, it's the same thing that you can see like a shark fin. It's her kind of fin, but it crackles with this purple energy, which makes me think it's kind of like the center of her energy. And here's a really nice full body shot. We can see the starfish mouth, the little tentacle, whatever we want to call it, on the back of her, and it looks like void energy down in her stomach as well. And now we didn't see the legs, but here they are. You can see the upper body, then she jumps up. What's that? 4 different legs? Yes, legs like a scorpion, and that's possibly a stinger at the end of the tail too. I'm not sure. It looks like a bit of a triangle, but she has an upper body like a human and a lower body pretty much like a scorpion with like the insect legs, you know, spider legs, and possibly a stinger on the end of her tail, which is, it's interesting. Now let's get into some theory crafting. Alright, let's get into some theory crafting. So as soon as I saw the teaser, before I went into depth, I originally thought of Omen. He's a champion that was supposed to be released 3 years ago, but unfortunately was shelved by Riot. And I thought, could this be his rework? And after all those years waiting, he's possibly coming out. But unfortunately, from the concept art we have, he looks way different to this champion. I mean, there are kind of some resemblances, but when you go into the slow motion and the still pictures, we can see they're just nothing alike. And I went a bit into depth and got some information. I mean, there's teasers for this guy everywhere. As you can see, this looks kind of like his skeleton in the Jurassic Cogmore, bit of a reference to him. And in the pledge video released 4 days ago, that teaser for Kalista, as we can see here, he's up there. He's on top of the inn sign, as you can see there. That's Omen. That's Omen. It looks exactly like him. So instantly I was like, oh god, they were teasing that a few days ago. Is it coming true? But unfortunately, I just don't see the connection because they look so much different. Unless, you know, as I said, it was a rework, and after 3 years on the shelf, they've taken him and played around with him and changed it a bit into this champion. I mean, it's very different though. But Bro Fresco doesn't give up, so I got to thinking, and my ingenious mind thought of Cassidy's daughter. Cassidy's daughter has been in the lore for a long time, and every time anything related to the void is brought up, everyone grabs their pitchforks and goes, is it Cassidy's daughter? Now let me explain why she is so deep into the lore. Well, Canced was venturing, trying to find out this knowledge, and he stumbled across the void. Fortunately for Canced, he let it in him, which is why he's so deformed, but he was strong enough to fight it and is a good person. Malzahar, on the other side, he was a prophet, a seer. He could see things with his mind, and the void got into his mind and led him to the void, which is in Akarthia in Runeterra. And the void is controlling Malzahar, it's within him, that's why he's a bad guy. Now, Malzahar took Canced's daughter and sacrificed her. He was doing a ritual, a sacrificial ritual, because he's part of a cult for the void, and he was going to sacrifice her to the void. Canced got there and tried to stop him, but unfortunately Canced's daughter was taken into the void. Now you're thinking, this looks way different to a human, but it's different. Both Malzahar and Canced were affected from the void while they were in Runeterra. They didn't actually go into the void kind of came out and took over them. Canced's daughter, on the other hand, was taken completely into the void with all the other void-born creatures, and void-born creatures are creatures that were born in there. Void-born, like Cho'Gath and Kha'Zix and Kog'Maw, who are monsters, are creatures like this new champion from the teaser. They are nothing like humans, and I believe that Canced's daughter, after being drawn into the void, which is such a weird and horrible place, could have been completely deformed and demorphed into this new champion, which is why they put so much emphasis on calling her a she. I mean, it's a giant beast. Why else would they make sure that everyone knows it's a female? Who cares what Cho'Gath is? Is he a dude or a girl? Nobody really knows or cares, but they put a lot of emphasis on saying that this was a girl. Otherwise, what other reason do they have than just letting it be a dude like Kha'Zix and Cho and Kog'Maw? No one cares about them. So that's all I've got for this theory so far. There's really legitimately zero information and teasers and evidence about Canced's daughter apart from the one lore writing and script about her, so we don't have anything to really back it up. But from a logical point of view, Bro Fresco, this is just me thinking aloud, hey, could this be Canced's daughter? All fucked up many years later. But at the end of the day, this is just a theory with my mind working on overdrive, and I will be updating you with all the new teasers, information, videos, gameplay spotlights as soon as she is released onto the PBE, so make sure you subscribe and stick around for that. So thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, check out my instant level 2 with Scion video. You can get level 2 before the lane even starts. And the random video, which is actually me playing AD carry Kalista, and I can't wait for this new champion. She looks wicked.